Welcome to Jackpot G Suite IBK. I said welcome to Jackpot G Suite IBK. So if you have not subscribed to my channel, please go subscribe right now. So today's topic is how to start an LLC, how to start a small scale business, how to start a small business, how to start as a sole proprietor or sole proprietress, how to start that small business, especially when you don't jackpot. See, when you jackpot, you know, so you jackpot because say you define greener pasture, you define more opportunities, you define room to expand. And most of the time, the diaspora is a fertile ground for you to explore and grow your personal business. It's quite easy, especially when you have the move or when you have the ability or when you have the interest to start an LLC. So depending on the country you are, you have to do your own findings, you have to do your own investigation, you have to do your own environmental and geographical investigation to know how to start your own LLC or sole proprietor's business or sole proprietor's business if you're a man. So for me, I started mine by just going into my city's website. I just put on the Chrome, I put on Google, I put on ChatGPT how to start an LLC in my city, and Chrome ChatGPT brought out the step for me to start an LLC. So I went into my city site and I got the link on setting up my business entity. It showed me the fees I'm to pay. I chose the name. So before now, I already has a name that I know people know me for. I chose the name. I searched to make sure that no one is using the name. I took Jackpot G Suite IBK LLC and I pay to reserve my name. And I use myself as my resident agent. My registered agent is myself. But if you have extra money, you can have a registered agent to start your LLC. But me, myself, and I became my registered agent. I did it by myself. I went to the site. I put my name, the name I want for my business. I put all information, first name, last name. I put everything in. Then I filed the article of organization and I pay the fee for that. So remember, if you don't want to reserve a name, if you are reserving a name, you pay a fee. If you're not reserving a name, you just go directly and pay the filing fee to file for article of organization. So you put your informations there, like your LLC name, your residence address, your name, your business address, your signature. Then you create an operating agreement. So you're going to describe what the business is doing, what you're doing, the transaction, how you manage the business, so that in case in the future, to prevent future disputes, you're going to put everything there. And furthermore, you're going to be sent an EIN number by the IRS. So they're going to communicate with you by mail, through the mail you dropped, and your phone number and your EIN number for your business will be sent depending on the country you are. I'm just telling you the process I use for mine, and I'm telling you I did mine myself. You can get a registered agent to do yours for you. You can send me a DM and ask for consultation and I will direct you. So feel free to send me a DM and ask for consultation. And every year you have to renew your business name. If not, you will not be in good standing. You have to do registration. You have to file tax for your business every year so that you can be in good standing. So you're going to do that every year. So in some cities or in some countries, you need to obtain a business license or a permit. For us, in my city, I never required a business license or a permit. Just issuing me my article of organization was enough for them to open my business for me. And I started transacting little by little. The first 5 or 7 years of business is always very slow. So you just have to put more efforts, do more of social media awareness. You reach out to customer personally. You depend on reference or referrals for you to grow your business. It all depends on the kind of business you are doing. So in my city, I do not require a business license or a permit. My article of organization was cool for me. Why in some places you would need to do like apart from having your article of your business article of organization, You will also need to do a name branding, yeah, so that nobody can use your brand name and things like that. You have to do it. So, and also I tell you, remember that you file your annual reports, your annual tax every year, and you pay a fee for that. So you need to maintain your business name, you need to maintain records, you need to keep every transaction, you need to keep every inventory and every expense you're doing concerning your business, because those are the informations you're going to use in filing your taxes at the end of the year. So a quick run over or a quick overview is, if you need a name reservation, you're going to pay for a name reservation. If you're not ready to open the article of organization yet, you're going to pay for reserving your LLC name. But if you go ahead immediately, you open the article of organization, you skip paying to reserve your business name. You just go ahead and pay for the article of organization for your business. You just pay that one-time fee, and you fill in unnecessary information. Your EIN number will be sent to you through your email you provided, or through yes, most especially through your email you provided, because most of the time, to avoid scammers and things like that, they wouldn't call you by your phone to tell you such or information, or to give you information about your business. Is that you're receiving a mail, or you're receiving a letter, or you're receiving an email? Yeah, you're receiving it. So that's what they do most of the time. And remember, I say you're going to file annual reports concerning your business. Like I said, you need to keep all records concerning your business. And if you need other permits, there are other permits you also need. It all depends on the kind of business you're running. So depending on the business you're doing, you need to investigate, you need to find out, you need to do research to find out what other permits or licenses do I need to keep my business in good standing. It all depends on the city you find yourself. In some cities it's less stressful, while in some cities it's more stressful. But I tell you, you're going to enjoy having an LLC. It pays to have an LLC. If you want to know why it pays to have an LLC, you can book a personal consultation with me, and I'm going to educate you on how the advantages of owning an LLC. Yeah, I tell you. You can also create a checklist PDF for an LLC. You can create a checklist for it. It all depends on the plans or the visions you have concerning creating that LLC. So there are different kinds of LLC you can create. Not only one type. You can create a company that is more of let's say cooperative, as in you don't want an LLC, you want a corporate or whatever. So there are different categories of business you can create. So my own is that just have your plans written somewhere and investigate more on the kind of business you want to do, and do your research. And when you're doing your research, please be conscious of the availability of the name. If you are in some cities, please, it's optional that you choose for your business name, you choose a place that it is safe for your business. You choose an address that is safe for your business. So you must also have like a physical address. No PO box is accepted. It all depends on your city. Like I said, you must have a physical address. In some city, there's no need of physical address. You can use a PO box. So you have to do more research. So, and you must be available during normal hours. Your phone, your addresses, or the email you drop for your business must be available during working hours, because normally a business is supposed to work between 9 to 5. So please take note of that when you're doing it. So keep all your expense books, all your expense record. You have to keep all your expense books and record. And you have to also keep all your inventory record, the things you bought, the things you spend money on, your goods, all transactions. because you never can tell when you'll be called to give account of how your business is running, how your taxes are paid. So this is Jackpot with IBK. Thanks for listening to me. If you have further questions, please drop your questions in my comment section. Send me a DM. Remember, I told you I'm a life coach. If you just jackpot into that particular city, into that particular country, and you need somebody to talk to, somebody to tell the plan, or somebody to direct you on your next step, if you are stranded, please holler me. I'm just a DM away. If you are someone facing a particular kind of challenge, are you looking for housing and different things, I'm not a registered agent. I'm just a life coach that will just direct you based on my own experience. So I can direct you based on that, but I'm not a licensed registered coach. So you learn from people's mistake. So when you've been on the street, or when you've been on the street, or when you've been in line of this direction, or you've experienced things like that, you'll be able to give directions on it. So based on experience, I can at least give you one or two things on how to settle down in the diaspora, how to settle in, how to navigate your career, how to start your business, how to organize your life, how to make the right decision, what to watch out for, how to choose, how to make your choices, what to watch out for, the right choices to make, the things that should be on your checklist, what you need to tick first and what you need to tick last. Because your priority when you jackpot must be checked. If your priorities are not checked, you might be starting from the bottom instead of you starting from the beginning. So these are warnings we give, or I give to most of my clients. You need to know your short-term goals and your long-term goals when you jackpot. So like I said, creating an LLC, if you are creating an LLC with somebody, please take note. Both of you, your names has to be on the papers, needs to be on the business article, needs to be on the article of organization. If you are the only one, good for you. So details, if you are choosing somebody else, know that all details of profit and loss will